3, 2, 1, fire!
Hey guys, hope you're all well. Yeah, we're going to start another video up, start another session again. Me and Tank have been talking, so the parts for the engine are still on their way. I've got a couple of bits. You know, I bought a sports coil pack and things. I bought a Dizzy, so that's all on its way to carrying the engine, and then that's it. The engine is rebuilt, set, ready to go. But obviously we're at a point now where we're going to have an engine and nothing to put it in. So just spoken to Tank a couple of times now, and we've worked out for the next two nights, this will be one video hopefully, but over the next 2 nights, hopefully we can get all of the welding done, which means we can then schultz underneath the car, get that all sorted. I know Tank's been naughty. Like I say, I've been busy over the summer period with hospitality. And I know he's painted the engine bay, or he's put the first coat down, the base coat for the engine bay. So I'll have a chat with him about that, bless him. But yes, the idea is to weld up all of the front, get that all schultzed and everything set ready to go. Then I can put the front axle in, which has already been rebuilt and done, so that's ready to go in. And then the idea being is we can then lift the rear end of the car up, get that all welded up, sorted, painted, ready to go, and then put the rear axle in. So we'll have a complete rolling shell with the front axle, the rear axle in. When that's done, we can then put the engine in, get the engine in the engine bay, set, ready to go. So that's the plan for tonight. I've got my pasty, thank you to the missus for my Cornish pasty. I've got a beer, should be good. I'll see you in a bit.
You swore that you loved me, never would you leave me. But the devil take that woman.
Okay, so I made a little bit of a boo-boo. So Tank was starting to weld while we were cutting it. Thank you to Dom for letting us use his guillotine. But basically I've bought the wrong welding sheet, so Tank thinks the welding sheet might have zinc in it or something, and long story short, we're spitting everywhere. So I'm gonna have to go and get another sheet, a welding sheet, which hopefully doesn't have that additive in it to spit at him. So for the time being, for the first part of well, the first night for us is now stopped because we can't do any more welding. But it does mean we're going to do the timing chain on the engine. So we're going to get the timing all set up, get it all painted and things like that, and get the engine completely finished, ready to go, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, Tank is going to do a little bit of a timing guide tutorial. So it's back to school with Tank. He's really not going to appreciate the photo that I put up there. But yes, I'll leave you with Tank to discuss the timing. Lesson 1, engine timing.
Oh, I nearly dropped it. What I need to do is turn that crank a bit as So, take it to there. Needs to turn a little bit. That needs to turn just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, the chances of that, eh? So yeah, now what we got, these time marks are pretty relative with each other. So we'll get a chain on it, that will finalise it all. Well, you didn't spill your beer, did you?
I didn't spill the
I wish you'd seen that. All I saw was legs and arms go in the air as he sat on the chair and it rolled back. Just now holding on that now. Attempt number 3, we finally have it in. I can tell that we're at number 1 top dead center because this has now come up dead top line. Our timing marks are spot on. That says to me that number 1 is now set for the number 1 top dead center fire. Obviously it can be on 180 degrees out, but we've got to set that up as well to get that in the right place so the dizzy sits in the right place. So let's get the nuts on there and then we can get this tensioner in. And then tighten, and then we'll get your dizzy set. It's like f***ing tight.
Better do it for the minute.
But we'll check it in a minute.
Okay. Well, with the timing belt done and all the timing sorted and Tank doing the timing on the dizzy and things, now it's time to paint. So we're going to wrap her up and get her painted.
Good luck with that. mathematicians, this is what it is. So we're going to turn the engine over. We're going to get number 8 to push down. When we get number 8 goes down, 8 and 1 makes 9. So we go for number 1. We'll set that up with our feeler gauge, screwdriver, and our spanner. So we'll get that turned over a minute. Let's get a bar and turn him. So number 8 is going down. I'll do this up, trap the fingers. So you see, there's number 1 has gone. In fact, actually, number 1's gone down, so we could do number 8. Now, according to Google, on these, it is 15 thou. Okay, so what we're going to do is slacken that off there. We've got a screwdriver, we've got a spanner in our hand. We're going to put that in. Spanner there. Don't lose it. We're going to use the screwdriver now, and we're going to go down. Just until it just touches, and we want to be able to just slip that in and out nicely. Just don't be afraid to grab it and touch, but obviously you don't want to be grabbing the valve that you can't get it down. So I'd say that's pretty good. Now, still holding the screwdriver, let's lock that off, yeah? Now when you lock it off, double check it, because you can lock it off and still turn that a bit, but that is how it's set. And you can see there's a little bit of backlash and that's it. Obviously as things heat up, things will swell a bit and it will end up, if you have it too tight, it will open your valve up and you'll start losing pressure and losing power. So, number 1's down. Let's see what else goes down. But number 3 is down. So 3 and 6 makes 9. So number 6 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in theory, we can do this one. So we'll back him off. Because I can feel he's pushing down a little bit. That's it. So get that in. Yeah. Just get that in, just nice. There's a little trappy bit there, that's quite nice. And then bolt them down. That is all of them. We are all set. That is a backlash set. So, rule of 9, 1 goes down, do number 8. 2 goes down, do number 8. And it just working it out, and obviously you'll repeat the system going backwards. So, top tip for today. Catch you soon.
Okay, so now back home after doing 2 days. Some of it went better than we thought, some of it didn't go as well as I thought. Annoyingly, the welding sheet, which is a bit of a pain. So we haven't done as much welding as we like to, but on the flip side, done a lot more with the engine than I ever planned to. Really pleased with the outcome, the way it's come out, the way it's looking. Visually stunning. I know it's a working engine and things, but just to stand back and take a look at it was amazing. Me and Tank were talking after we finished doing the rocker and putting the cover back on and things like that. Me and Tank actually stood back and looked at it and couldn't quite believe how far the engine has come from the first day that we picked the car up and the block was sat on the pallet. And it's only when you really look back at it and think how far that engine has come to where it is now, it's absolutely amazing. I never would have thought I'd been able to do anything like that in my lifetime, and I have to say a massive thank you to everybody that's helped. Tank has been a massive help with this. Obviously my family, appreciate their support. Dom for letting us borrow his guillotine. And again, a huge thank you to all the companies out there, Tim Kelly in St Agnes for his help. Fantastic. I remember going into his shop the first time and saying to him, look, I'm really sorry, but I'm not actually going to use you. I'll buy some parts from you and things like that, but I really want to build it myself. And that didn't knock him at all. He was quite happy to give me as much advice as possible. He even showed me around his workshop and things like that, and his knowledge is brilliant. I have to thank Moss Europe massively because almost all of the stuff that I bought has come from them, and the speed, the service has been brilliant. Even if I just need to phone up and ask a question, they've been good as gold. So yeah, a massive shout out to Moss Europe. And if anybody's doing anything MG or MGB wise, honestly, I'd highly recommend them. So yeah, that's as it is for a minute. The engine, there's still a couple of things that I've got to order now, but it's more ancillary stuff. So blanking plates. I've got to order some new like oil lines, oil hoses and things to put the oil feed on there and things. The oil cooler is what I mean, and so on. I did have a pulley. There's a pulley to go on the front of it. I've painted it. I've done it up. I can't find it, so it's got to be in there somewhere. But the front pulley's got to go on as well. And then, yeah, so after speaking to Tank, there's not too much more welding to do on the front, which would be amazing. So the plan is, when that welding is done, we'll paint underneath the whole car, sort of thing, put the front axle in, and then we'll be able to put the engine in. The engine is pretty much at the point where we can bolt the clutch in and put the gearbox back on, which I didn't think I'd be saying at this point or this time of year. But our target is to have a completely rolling shell with the engine in the car, potentially running, not necessarily driving the car, but at least running by Christmas. Oh God, Christmas C word. That's our plan with it. And yeah, like I say, Tank seems pretty confident that the front underneath welding isn't too bad. So when that's all welded up, we'll put the front axle in. We'll be able to bolt the gearbox to the engine after putting the clutch in and things. And the idea being is just slip it in. When that's all in, we can jack the rear end up, Tank do a little bit of welding on the rear end, and then obviously I can put the rear axle in. And then that's it. We've got to our target before the end of the year, which is a rolling shell and the gearbox and the engine in it, sat comfortably waiting to go. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little medley at the end of this so you guys can see how far this engine's come, because I think it's a nice little touch and it's something that I want to do as well. So I'll take all the photos that we got from the beginning and the process, even like changing the bearings and things like that. So yeah, I'll leave you with that little clip at the end, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your support. Please like and subscribe, tell your friends, and give Tank a subscribe if you can. Tanky's Playtime on YouTube. He's doing a really good job. And he's just finished putting a Lister diesel engine in his old Fordson Harrison tractor. He's doing really well on YouTube. People are loving him in a minute. But yeah, give him a like and subscribe. Tanky's Playtime. And yeah, I hope to see you on a new video, or the next video. All the best. See you soon. Take care.
Into the streets, we're coming out. We never sleep, never get tired. Through urban fields and suburban life. Turn the crowd up now, we'll never back down. Shoot down the skyline, watch it on prime time. Turn up the love now, listen up now. Turn up the love. Who's gonna save the world tonight? Who's gonna bring it back to life? We're gonna make it, you and I. We're gonna save the world tonight. We're far from home, it's for the better. What we dream, it's all that matters. We're on our way, united. Turn the crowd up now, we'll never back down. Shoot down the skyline, watch it on prime time. Turn up the love now.